Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So unfortunately, with the whole lockdown situation and Christmas and New Year's falling in the same sort of time period, I haven't had much of a chance to make any videos or do pretty much anything. I've been that busy. So apologies for that. We'll be back to our regular schedule soon though. But for this video, we had a little breakdown in Asda where the oil cooler pipe flew off where it's crimped on one end and ejected all of my gearbox oil all over the Asda car park. So with that, this will be a bit off the cuff because of course I didn't plan on making a video that day. I didn't plan on breaking down either, but yeah, that's about it. So on with the video. So at this point I really did think it was over for the car. It just ejected all of that Diet Pepsi all over Asda car park. Onlookers were absolutely astonished by the level of pollution. And usually when that sort of thing happens, it's a massive hole in something somewhere. But luckily, thanks to the MGZT and Rover 75 community, who are way better than any other car community because they don't just literally say it's fucked. Every single time there's like a problem, they actually pointed me in the right direction and showed me exactly what it was. Turns out the hose on the metal, on the end where it's crimped, it just shot off. And because it's a pressurized system, it dumped all of the gearbox oil all over the floor in Asda. Now, that was the first problem. But then while it was sat, the brilliant 75 decided that one of its springs would snap. And then it literally sagged on one side. So I came out one day and I noticed the tyre was flat. I was like, hey, cool. Change of temperature, pretty drastic, pretty crazy response, but cool, we'll pump it up. Pumped it up, it lasted like 2 minutes, straight back down again. And then I noticed this in the tyre. The spring had basically snapped, gone round and stabbed into the tyre, releasing all the air naturally. So another reason why you need to get spring protectors for your car, which will be linked below as well. I actually still need to get some because I'm a bit cheap, I didn't bother this time. So that is a good tip. At this point, the front wheel couldn't move because the spring was jammed into the tyre, but it was also hanging on for dear life on the end of the shock absorber. So we literally had to drag it onto the back of the big low loader trailer thing and get it on there. It was the most pathetic sight ever. You'll hear a sound clip now. Of exactly how awful that sounded with the tyre obviously rubbing against it. When we got it to the garage, I don't have any pictures or clips of this, but it was so funny. There's one of those awful, I think it's like a Nissan SUV. It literally looks like, it's one of the, in my opinion, it's one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. But bless its soul, we had the AA truck drive forward, the little Nissan drive, well, yeah, we had one going one way, one going the other way. One was pushing it off essentially, and the other was pulling it off. And the car just flopped onto the ground. And then we obviously replaced the tyre and everything, but man, it was ridiculous. So we got that off, and then we got it back. So here is the clip. Enough from future me. Now you'll hear from past me. Hello everyone, and welcome to another day. It's quite a good day because all 4 of my wheels are on the tarmac again and we have a new spring. I didn't put any spring protectors on because they wouldn't have arrived in time anyway, so there was no real point. I may as well just leave that until whenever I can be bothered. But if I show you under here, also I forgot to mention I've got a new one of them and I need a cover, but it's a bit of a mess in here. We've got the spring. Now this is where it's snapped. Look at me. Well, you can see it's in bits. So that was the bit that was stuck in the tyre, I think. Well, I hope it was. Yeah, that was the bit that was stuck in the tyre. Or this bit, either or. It was very spiky and stuck in the tyre. That's why you need spring protectors, because they just literally unwind and whack into the tyre. And then we have the main culprit of all of our problems, this, which goes from the gearbox to the gearbox oil cooler Now, as you can see here, it's crimped on one end with like a metal clip. Basically what happens is that eventually shoots off because of all the pressure, etc. it's under. So top tip, make sure to check these and make sure it's not bulging or anything on the end. You can see that one as well, looks like it's being pushed out. So this one probably would have gone as well. You can see that bit there. Wow, I got off lucky. But yeah, the way I see it, no big deal. Car's an absolute trooper as usual. Never let me down, except for that one time in Handsworth when it did that. And yeah, so you got to look at the positives rather than negatives. The car is alive. It's had a gearbox oil service, and it's had a good clean of the under tray and everything. So a few more plans with this. Headlights, misty, we need to sort them out. Horrendous. The thing I used last time was this Holtz one. Pretty garbage, to be fair, or I just didn't do it right, either or. Some twonk hit it here, as per usual. We need tyre on as well. We also need to re-dye the steering wheel, because when the AA guy was doing the thing, we had to push on it like that, which obviously took that off. I didn't do it very well anyway, to be fair. So that's about it. Sorry for the lack of uploads. I'll see you again next week, but thanks for watching and keep watching.